Hello, good afternoon, everybody. This is your host, Club out there, the Club that was Sports World live right here, Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. That is today, ladies and gents. I'll talk to you guys about the fact of the MLBPA's 114 game season proposal or counter proposal. By the way, I'll talk to you guys about the fact that J.R. Smith destroyed that guy that vandalized his truck. By the way, I'll talk to you guys also about the fact that Danny Havoc was deceased. By the way, don't know what he died of. I'll tell you guys about the fact that John Bones Jones, he's insisting to vacate his light heavyweight title, and he confronted two Vandals, by the way, in Albuquerque. And also just the fact that the NBA NBCA is the NBCA has considered, they're a topic of racial injustice and racial profiling, by the way. So I'll get you guys into that for sure. So I'm gonna start things off just the fact that the NBCA has established a committee on racial injustice and reform pursuing solutions within NBA cities. Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr, Lloyd Pierce, Dave Fisdale, and SCV Stan Van Gundy, that is, are thoughtful coaches on social issues affecting sports, by the way. Their commitment as NBA coaches, both head and assistant coaches, and we whom are African American, and we see here and swear that and share that feelings of disgust and have those feelings of disgust, frustration, anger, and helplessness. Police brutality, racial injustice, and weaponization of racism are extremely intolerable. They are shameful and inhumane. As a diverse group, that is, of leaders, we are responsible to stand up and speak out for anyone not having a voice. Speak out and stand up for those not safe to do so. By the way, we have power and platform to affect change and use it. We are officials, officers. We'll do the rest of the work with officers. We'll work with local leaders, officers, and law enforcement and communities, creating positive change. That is because everyone needs it, by the way. And unfortunately, this does not look good at all. So I can tell you that right now. So the NBCA has responded to the racial brutality and police shootings of Black individuals, even though riots have indeed occurred over George Floyd's death toll, which is completely had everybody disgust and disdain. So unfortunately, there needs to be order restored, and also I can tell you that right now, because this country right now has hit to its very core, and it's just getting uglier and uglier. And obviously, and please stay safe for everybody, because things right now are just not looking good. I can tell you that right now. Another time I want to get down to, by the way, that John Bones Jones insists on vacating his UFC light heavyweight title. He is upset. He was upset in Albuquerque. He did confront two masked individuals in Albuquerque, by the way, demand they hand over their spray cans. The Vandals, by the way, they hand over their spray cans over, and basically this is over George Floyd's death toll. This is over over George Floyd's death toll, by the way. And he says right here that is this about George Floyd, the death of George Floyd? Why are you guys destroying our cities? As a young black man, trust me, I'm infuriated as well. But this is not the way. We're starting to make this situation a whole lot worse. If you really got a love for your city, protect yourself. All you old heads, speak up. Call your young family members, fans, viewers, and your colleagues. Tell them how much you love them, how much you appreciate them. Tell them to come home tonight. So that's what he said. That's what John Bojo said right there, though. So things not look good. And also in other news, J.R. Smith, he beat up an individual, a white individual that destroyed his truck during an LA protest over George Floyd's death toll. So J.R. Smith landed a bunch of punches and kicks. And honestly, Jared, that's why you don't mess with J.R. Smith. But obviously, things right now are just an absolute disaster. And apparently, things just got uglier and uglier. I can tell you that right now. So it's just not a good move. And it's just things are getting out of control by hand. I can tell you that. Also, I want to talk to you guys about the Major League MLBPA's 114 game season. Now, the 114 game season, the proposal would go from June 30th from this month to October 31st on Halloween to be dismissed by the MLB. They did propose an 82 game season, just that the more games teams play, the more guap they will lose. They remain steadfast that players can receive the full prorated salaries, while MLB's plan includes significant pay cuts affecting the highest paid players. Most is covered in all levels. And basically, there's a 67-page health and safety protocol draft including the ability for high-risk players, those with pre-existing conditions or family members more susceptible to COVID-19, opt out of the season. Union's proposal suggests that players can do so and receive salary. Players not deemed high risk will be able to opt out but not get the salary. Other parts of the proposal would include expanded playoffs for 2 years. The proposal suggests MLB's proposal just 1 year of a postseason that goes from 10 to 14 teams. 100 mil salary advance to split among players in the so-called spring training 2.0, leading into the regular season. The additional commitment to players wearing mics on the field and other broadcast enhancements, offer to hold events such as the All-Season All-Star Game or Home Run Derby, generating additional revenue. So it's very unclear whether or not if the MLB is going to start on June 30th this month. Now, if it does start on June 30th, they'd be the first American sports league to do so. So this is pretty much a big surprise to a lot of people. I can tell you that right now. Now this is all. Now they did probably cancel the season to do this coronavirus issue, but the fans are still banned. By the way, I can tell you that right now. And obviously, on a different note, that is, there may not be any. They may have to do some testing. So if anyone tests positive coronavirus, they have to be sent over to get benched. Or if or if they test negative, they can still play. So that's pretty much what's in the 114 game day season. So there could be some tests along the way. I can tell you that right now. Also, some other news I want to get down to, by the way. The WWE Network has now been freed, by the way. That means you get 150. That means you can watch all the content from recent episodes of NXT, Raw, SmackDown. You also get the opportunity, that is, to catch Ride Along. You also get the opportunity to pretty much Yeah, you also catch Raw Talk, Monday Night Raw right on table for three, photo shoot story time. So the free version is official. The free version, by the way, there's no credit card needed. You can download the WWE app on any mobile phones, Android, iPhones. You can download on computers, tablets, laptops. You can download it on story time as well. Historical pay-per-views and NXT takeover events. Top 10 WWE's The Bub. WWE Now, the best of WWE in timeline. So there's no credit card required, that is. And now usually the WWE Network works for the subscribers though, but basically the WWE Network is free. So that's all you have to know for now. So once again, everybody, the WWE Network does have a free version. The WWE Network has a free version. It's going to be on the WWE Network, by the way. So there won't be any credit card need. It's completely free. So that's good news right there, everybody. So once you can go on the site or download on the app if you want to, guys. So honestly, it changed everything. So that's surprising news right there. You can catch and basically you can catch any pay per view you want. So it is good news right there. I will say that. So no credit card needed though, and it's on WWE. There's no WWE Network gift card needed though. So that's good news right there for everybody. So that's surprising news. I will say that. Another news I want to address that, by the way, indie wrestler, indie CZW wrestler and GCW wrestler Danny Havoc has been deceased. It's very clear as what he died of. And rest in peace, Danny Havoc. My thoughts and prayers go out, and his wife was deceased as well. My condolences go out to Danny Havoc's family members, his colleagues, all of his fans, those he competed against of this earth-shattering tragedy, and just awful news that Danny Havoc was deceased. And it's just, you know, not looking good right now. So thoughts prayers out to them. But, I want to close it up with this. Even though there have been recent protests over George Floyd's death toll and all this police brutality of police attacking black individuals, and you got racial injustice, people losing a lot of everything in the wake of this coronavirus saga, people had to stay at home. People had to call it quits. People turned in their 2 weeks notice. People aren't going to be able to go to stadiums anymore. People missing out on a lot. I mean, 2020 has been a complete dumpster fire. And I've seen this on a number of occasions. And obviously, the damage that's been done, the carnage that's been going on for weeks and weeks, it needs to end. And yes, cops, they're riding along with the protests as well. And it's just really, they're just showing signs of unity, taking a knee, and this entire world has completely just collapsed. And people say this is the end of the world, and obviously it is. And first, there's coronavirus saga, then there's these untimely death tolls, the mental health issues, and apparent cyberbullying and apparent suicide. Then you got a riots going on over George Floyd death toll and Derek Chauvin being arrested on third-degree murder and manslaughter, by the way, and he's now been moved to 2 detention facilities. Those other 3 cops need to be arrested as well for their roles in the those 2 cops that were attacking George Floyd, responsible for that, they need to be arrested, and the one that was bystander and the one that was in there facing off against the bystanders, that individual needs to be arrested. That cop needs to be arrested as well. So basically, there needs to be there needs to be unity. There needs to be sort of poetic justice. There needs to be a sense of urgency. There needs to be a call for help, because where we're at right now, everybody, it's just not looking good, and things have gotten worse and worse by the minute. And what does the world come down to? I mean, not just affecting the entire country, but the entire globe as well. And how are people going to get around? How are people going to, stay where they're at? It's just a disaster. People, this is not what you're supposed to do. You can't be seen tearing around buildings, and this is not the way to live. Not the way to act. There has to be, some poetic justice. We're all equals here. Black lives matter. That's all there is. So it's just a shame that a tragedy like this would ever occur. And I'm honestly just not myself today. And really, guys, please be safe. And everyone is held accountable for their actions. It's just not right. I mean, 2020 has been a complete mess. And obviously, everyone thought it's going to be a good year, but it's not. All these heinous people, all these heinous actions, the looting, and all these heinous protests, George Floyd's death. That's all. Everyone's got to speak up. Everyone's got to use their voice. Everyone's got to speak their mind. If you got something you want to get off your chest, that's good. That's fine. But cops going to blow the bell of attacking Black individuals. That needs to end. And really, hope 2021 orders restored. Hope the madness ends, because where everyone's at right now, it's just not looking good. So I hope that one day, peace be among everybody. Let there be order restored. Let there be light, and just be kind of one another. That's all I'm asking everybody. So please just, refrain from anything that gets away. People stab each other in the back. People doing stuff they shouldn't be, badge men.